how much the community liked having fireworks. That was the very first thing I did when I got on the board. This is so silly, but I've lived in this town all my life, okay? So they always had the fireworks at the fairgrounds, which is the lowest part of Lewistown. So I suggested that why don't we find the highest place in Lewistown to shoot off the fireworks? So it just was kind of a common sense thing. But you know, when we moved it to the highest part of the town, you could see them all the way out at Hobson. So that's one of our big projects. But that was a community thing that we've always done. Since I've been on the board and stuff, I've met so many people and learned so much stuff about it. You don't even know that's going on in this town. We do the chamber bucks. Some of these bigger organizations buy chamber bucks and give them out to their employees for Christmas, and then they have to spend those in town. So that helps your local businesses because they spend them here in town.
Wanted to get involved with the chamber because I had just done Leadership Central Montana, which was a local leadership push for young leaders to really support their community, somehow doing more to support the communities. And I had heard through my organization at Central Montana Medical Center that they were looking for someone on the chamber board. Board members out there working on diesel generators, I'm always in awe of that. Trying to meet up with the train where it might be on a pasture and figuring out where it was, and getting on land in order to get to it. So I think Jeff does have some good stories about that. That's the kind of board it is, though. It's really a hard-working board, a board that is out there trying to be a part of the events, flip the pancakes, grill the sausages, get on the train and help where we can. It's a good board for people who just like to volunteer and do things, but it's also good for just knowing that you're doing something for the greater good. Mm-hmm.
Lewistown still has that small town feel, and I think the people here are what makes it feel like that because they actually care. You know, the more businesses you have in town that are successful, they're just going to feed the other businesses. In a sense, people are going to do what they can to take care of their neighbors and make sure that their towns succeed. Chamber does a lot to do that. You know, you throw in the train and Chokecherry Festival and things like that. And then secondly, to help bring in new businesses that can come to town and contribute to Lewistown as well. You know, they say about smaller towns, if you're not growing, you're dying. But I think Lewistown maybe has a little bit different view of that. I think they want to grow. They want to sustain. Yeah, I think absolutely.